Alright, you know the drill. Here is my Justice League collection to start off the show. Finally, I have a Wonder Woman. Huge thanks to the trading page for her. I was thinking of getting a Hawk Girl for this team, but I saw a picture from Pharaoh Black the other day, and he has these exact characters in his team. So I think I'll just keep the team this way for the time being. Well, unless I find a Hawk Girl for a really good price, you know. At first I thought it was going to be very difficult to find a Wonder Woman, but I ended up getting this one for under $30 shipped. And no, she was mint on card when I got her. I feel that it's a very cool buy. Of course, it comes with the axe and the shield, and I don't have those with me right now, so I'm not going to show them. So yeah, finally I consider this team complete, and I think together they make a very nice vanilla display. Still from DC, here we have DC Universe Classics Poison Ivy. I'm so stoked to get this, and the thing is, she isn't supposed to be released until this month. She is an exclusive figure from Mattel subscription or some sort, but I got her about 2 weeks ago. I actually bought it from an eBay seller from China. I'm not sure how they could sell it before it is released, but I have the figure anyway, so you know, who cares. This figure is definitely beautifully sculpted. She also has this cool green paint throughout the body, and truth be told, I've been totally looking forward to her to complete my Batman Rogues gallery. I really don't want an Ivy from DC Direct because the Ivies they released have weak articulation, very weak articulation in fact. Now, what I don't like about this figure is the fact that she has no ab crunch. She can only rotate at the diaphragm. I also don't like the fact that she has 2 fists for both hands. I mean, how many times have you seen Ivy punching someone in comic really? But overall, still a very cool figure. This is a must buy if you're a Batman fan. I bought 3 Walmart exclusive Batmans too, here as you can see. I've been trying to get this figure as well, just because I prefer this symbol over the classic symbol. I do have an all-star grey and black Batman, but still, I think this one has a lot better Bat logo. So I just bought 3 when I saw this for sale. It's just in case, you know, I want to make a still motion display. He doesn't come with any accessories of course, but I do have couples extra Bat ranks, so that's fine for me. Here is a figure I've been trying to get for a long time. Tim Drake as Robin here, I believe, is one of the rare figures from DC Universe Classics. This Robin, in my opinion, is a lot cooler than the one in Painwave. I just like this costume a lot more. And you know, I feel that this is the Robin you want to display with a pet family in a vanilla setup. That is well until we have a Damian Wayne from DCUC, because as we all know, Tim isn't Robin anymore now. But as Robin, Tim was a lot involved in many legendary Batman series. So I feel that it is still very important to have this figure in your Batman collection. Oh yeah, by the way, I bought this figure from Rocco. It didn't have any stuff originally, but the dude threw in his own extra stuff for me. That's very kind of him, so big shout out to Rocco.
As I'm flying on this plane, purple syrup stashed in the freezer, finna pour an 8. I ain't went a day without smoking, growing pain.
More figure from DC Universe Classics. Here we have Dick Grayson as Nightwing. This one I think is from the All-Star Wave. Like Tim, I have been looking for this figure for a long time as well. It's not that special of a figure honestly now that I have him. He has a very standard DC body with minimal details, and he only comes with 2 Eskrima sticks. But of course he has a very nice head and face sculpt. Anyway, this is how Nightwing's costume looked like in the comic. Simple and sleek. So you know, Mattel perhaps did nothing wrong. I think people are also buying this figure just because you need Nightwing to complete the Bat family. I bought this guy from a local flea market at about $20 US, and he was mint on card when I got him. Still from Batman, here we have Batgirl in a more modern costume. I bought this figure loose without the accessory. I believe this is just a repaint from the DC Superheroes Batgirl and was released in the Batman Legacy line. I don't have much to say really. It's an okay figure, I guess. You know, not bad but not exceptional either. I just wish she could look up further. The way the hair is sculpted is hindering the neck articulation, unfortunately. Anyway, this is still a cool addition in the Batman collection. We know that Batgirl is back to being Batgirl in the new 52, and the costume is somewhat similar to this if I'm not mistaken. Of course, a repaint will make her an official new 52 Batgirl.
That's fucking bullshit, but yeah. It's chatter, and I'm in this bitch for show.
Next up, we have a grown-up Tim Drake who calls himself Red Robin here. This is the current persona that he goes by. Like Batgirl, this figure is not exceptional, but you know, it's not bad either. He has a very nice vibrant red on the outfit. Nice details on the straps and logo. However, the head I'm betting is just a reused Batman head without the ears. It's also a shame that he can only hold the staff using the left hand. I think they should give him the half-open hands on both hands, because he regularly uses staff as a weapon. Clenched fist hands are more suitable for characters which normally fight with bare hands. Superman, for example. I don't even mind if Batman has 2 fist hands, but I don't think it suits Tim, especially considering the fact they are giving us a staff. Switching over to a villain, here is Man-Bat, also from DC Universe Classics. And oh my god, this figure is jaw-droppingly impressive. It took me about a year to find one for sale, but I finally have one in my collection at long last. This guy has some awesome details and sculpting to him. He also has a good size to him as well. He's a lot bigger compared to Batman. The paint app on Man Bat here is easily superior to most DCUC figures. It may even be the best figure from DCUC in terms of paint apps. Now, he only has front and back articulation at the pelvic, so no side-to-side movement of the leg, but that is easily outweighed by the superior paint apps, details, and sculpting. I believe I won't find a lot of occasions where I have to post his leg to the side anyway, so it doesn't really affect the awesomeness in any way. So yeah, Man Bat here is another must-have in the Batman collection. This is how I'm displaying the characters from the Bat family. Of course, in the future I might want to add the Huntress and the other Batgirl, but for the time being I'm happy with this. By the way, that's the All-Star Batman with the classic logo I was talking about up there. So this vanilla display is pretty much permanent because I have another Team Drake on its way to me, and my man Mervyn is keeping another Nightwing for me as well. So huge thanks to him for that. Yeah, I'll be able to use those figures in my ACBA display. Moving away from Batman, but still in DC Universe, here is Superman in his New 52 look. It's a good figure, and I'm glad he's not wearing a red underwear now, because that's a little weird, to be honest. Anyway, I bought this guy from the same seller from which I bought Ivy. They came together actually. I feel that the New 52 figures have more details than what Mattel normally gives. Superman here has some nice details on his costume. He now has a sculpted symbol on the chest too. Boots are sculpted instead of being painted only as well. It seems Mattel is really giving a lot of attention to these New 52 figures. I totally can't wait for the rest of the Justice League in their New 52 looks to be released. And I'm even more impatient about getting them in a display with DC Collectibles Darkseid, which I think should be released next year. Moving on to Marvel, here is Madam Mask with the Hoods gang. She's actually not that good of a figure. I like the face sculpt, but the wrist articulation can use some improvement for sure. In terms of paint job, I think Hasbro has stepped up significantly on her though. I like the blue wash on her. Now, the problem with Hasbro's female body mold is that they do not allow extreme posing because the type of joint simply doesn't allow that. That is okay for characters like Maria Hill and Sharon Carter, or even other female agents. But if we are talking Elektra or Mask who need to be posed dynamically, the articulation becomes insufficient, unfortunately. That I believe is the issue with Mask here. But you just have to have her to complete the gang. By the way, huge shout out to Star Sapphire from the Facebook group page. She is the fastest shipping trader in all my experience in the trading page. Last figure from Star, but definitely not the least, is the Mark IV in front of Hulkbuster here. I think we all know that it is a great figure from the Iron Man 2 line, and this is actually my second Mark IV. I'm displaying the other one with the Avengers on top of the Detolf because I feel this is the closest armor in 6-inch scale we have to the bleeding edge armor. So I need another Mark IV for the armory, so I bought this one. But I might customize this armor into a bleeding edge armor. However, I am still unsure about that, so you know, we'll have to see about it.
Talking about money, homie, I ain't concerned.
Just messing around using a donut on Mark IV here. This is loosely based from a scene in Iron Man 2. And speaking of Iron Man, I just saw that photo of the armor with the star, and I'm honestly not feeling it. I hope they won't call it the Iron Patriot suit, because the only Iron Patriot in my book is Norman Osborn. But you know, I have great faith on Marvel Studios, because so far they always deliver results. I believe it isn't proper to judge the movie only from all these photos. So I suppose I'll just wait and see for the time being, and hopefully those movies turn out good. Also from Star, here we have Arnim Zola PAF. This is of course the regular one, and I've brought in Red Skull for comparison purposes on the right. Zola is a very nice PAF, no doubt. However, the upper thigh joint on both figures are extremely tight. But you know, I suppose that's better than being loose. Zola here, I will display with the rest of my Hydra crews. Red Skull, I'm going to keep him in storage for the time being until I get a new Titov, most probably next month. You know, I'm actually more stoked about this Zola than Red Skull, just because this body is so reminiscent of Zola instead of Red Skull. I mean, when you hear Red Skull, you don't really have the image of a face in a fish tank in the chest of a robot, you know. So yeah, Zola is a very cool buy indeed. This week has been a really haulful week. I know I said that 2 weeks ago was the most haulful week in terms of collecting figures, but I think this week just topped everything off. I still have a lot of new figures which arrived this week that I didn't show in this video. It's just because I'd like to put a cap at the 20 minutes mark to prevent the video from being too long. It's also because, you know, I want to get this video out by Sunday when people are free to watch YouTube. So I figured I'll just show the other new figures next week. Anyway, I'm so excited about the upcoming ACBA World Tournament. I'm really looking forward to brainstorming possibilities of display according with the theme given, of course. I think it pushes us as artists to the next level, and you know, by doing so we can be better artists. So yeah, I'm totally looking forward to the tournament. This has been another episode of Mindless Spot. Please comment, rate and subscribe, and don't forget to check the links in the description bar. This is Mindless, signing off.